Good morning and welcome to the weekend, guys. MYP and myself really hope you've had a great weekend and you've really sort of benefited from everything that MYP has provided with you. And I'm super excited from the feedback we've had so far and the way you guys have been sharing your stories on the community page. So massive thumbs up to you so far. Today's aspect and something to think about for the weekend, guys, is all about self-actualization. So let's jump in then. So what is self-actualization? Well, it can go by many different definitions, but one that I've come to really sort of understand and think is the most appropriate is the understanding of becoming what an individual is capable of becoming. So really the essence sort of MYP, which is to maximize your potential. So that's what to me it means, and hopefully it'll start to mean something similar to you guys. Well, now you have a bit of an understanding what self-actualization is, you're going to start to soon understand that it's actually more about the journey than a destination, because if you really start to break it down, we will always, as long as we're living and breathing, be able to continue to improve in something. So whether it's improving on ourselves, improving a new skill, or different aspects of our lives. And that really is the essence of what self-actualization is. So in order to do that, you have to start to think of a few key points. One point to think about, guys, is stop comparing yourself to other people, because as soon as you do that, you're just going to be up against a brick wall. You're never going to be able to fully actualize yourself because you'll constantly be comparing yourself to somebody else. So what you need to do is you need to stop comparing yourself to somebody else and just start to think about yourself and what you can do to improve yourself. A big area of self-actualization is to understand that you as an individual are in control. We were sort of brought up in a society, and we live in a society which affects us and ultimately controls us and guides us in different ways. So whether it's the media, whether it's social interaction online, whether it's your friends, whether it's the environment you live in, we're being pushed and directed into ways that suit other people. So what you guys need to do is you need to take a little step back and understand that you're in control. You're in control of everything you do, how much money you earn, where you live, what relationships and experiences you have. You truly need to understand that you're in control. And then my last bit of advice to you guys is think about everything that you do in your life, absolutely everything. There's always a way that you can start to test yourself and work a little bit harder. So it might be that actually you usually eat with your right hand, but then when you have breakfast, you're going to eat it with your left. I do something like that very similar with my kids. So Bear and Aria, they're both very young, and I think they're predominantly right-handed, but what we do is, because they don't know any different, I encourage Bear to use his left hand. So there I am encouraging him to do that. So I also have my breakfast with my left hand. So I'm instantly starting to get different parts of my brain working, different parts of my neurological pathway working, which is going to keep me stimulated and keep me growing and improving. And that's the key to self-actualization, guys, is to understand that you can continue to grow and improve in everything that you do and all the experiences you have. Your thought for today, guys, comes from Maslow, one of the great thinkers with regards to self-actualization, and he said self-actualization was an individual's tendency to pursue self-fulfillment. So basically, guys, becoming what you're potentially able to become. Okay, so finding those things and those areas in your life where you can improve to be the best that you can. Okay, so really maximizing your potential in all different aspects of your life. Okay, and that's what MYP is truly about. And this is something that as you go through life and grow through life, you realize it's not so much about the destination, but the journey that you go on to maximizing your potential. There's your thought for today, guys. Have a think back and have a listen back and see how it plays out in your mind, and then find areas in your life where you can start to apply it. And don't forget, share this with your family. Share it with your wife, your husband, your spouses, your brothers, sisters, kids, okay? Anybody you come in contact with. Share all the good stuff. It's challenge time now, and this is a good one moving forward, and something you can do with your kids and with your family and people that you regularly have interaction with. I want you to find and pick a new skill to learn, okay? So whether it's learning a new language, whether it's learning to play a musical instrument, whether it's just learning to use your left hand instead of your right hand to do something, okay? But I want you to find a new skill to learn. So for example, I'm currently learning now to touch type. This was something I wanted to do years ago when I started it, but I let it slide away. So I'm now engaged in a program to help me learn to touch type. So I will be improving my typing skills, hopefully, over the next couple of weeks. I've also started to refocus my passion for learning Spanish. Sarah and I want to have a house in Spain, and in order to do that and be successful in Spain, we have to be able to speak Spanish, or we think it's appropriate to speak Spanish. So I'm learning to speak Spanish, so that's one of my other skills that I'm going to do. But I want you guys to find a skill and pick it up and start learning it again, okay? So just some area in your life that you want to improve on, pick one skill and start to learn it. If you can engage your kids, guys, and your spouse, you're more likely to be successful at it. So do something together, re-engage that sort of communication between you and the other person, okay? Rock and roll, guys, with your new skill. Share it with us. I want to know what you guys are learning. And for today's motivator, okay, that thing to think about when you're not sure if you should be improving in life, guys, I want you to think about life as constantly moving forward. You're either living or you're dying. You're either moving forward or moving backwards. You're either growing or you're rotting, okay? There is no standstill in life, okay? You're only moving forward. Remember that.